MaJaMa Jams is brought to you by that sore spot on the bottom left side of your gums. Are you ever going to get it checked out?
MaJaMa.
In order to create a workplace where associates are treated with dignity and respect, and to have a shared understanding of the behavior that's required, we begin with two definitions: harassment and discrimination.
Welcome back, everyone, to MaJaMa Jams, a show where we discuss other people's work to avoid doing our own. And guys, at the top of the hour here, please click that like button. Click it right now. Click it. Click that like button. Click the button with the thumbs up. Click subscribe if you hadn't done so already. Drop a comment because we're strapping in for a great episode today, as we always give you, you ungrateful swine. Now, guys, this is back in our Scraps segment here. You may say to yourself, what is our favorite part of the Scraps universe? What, nay, is our favorite part of our lives as human beings in this world? It's training videos.
All associates have the right to work in a discrimination and harassment-free environment.
Of course it is. Why do we like them? The cheesy, poorly acted fake scenarios. And what is the best umbrella those can fall under? Of course. You're saying to yourself right now, Jay, it's sexual harassment scenarios. We all know this.
Harassment.
What did I say?
Sexual. It's not always sexual.
Yeah, but sexual harassment is the best one we can do. So, today, Matthew tells me he's hit the trifecta. It comes from the 1990s. It's a sexual harassment training video.
No, it's a harassment.
Well, they're all kind of sexual. And it's from friggin' Kmart. Guys, this is the gold. We have found the gold standard. You remember recently we were talking about this topic when we brought up the AMC training VHS. We were delighted to see it had Roger Lodge.
There's one right there, sir. Oh, great. Thank you.
Tonight's show is
But other than that, compared to this, it's
No
nothing.
Roger Lodge.
It's nothing. There's no Roger Lodge, which everything could use.
You don't think I'd offer that kind of plan for anybody, do you?
But this is the gold. Now, a little point of interest. We found two versions of this. Once we were going to do the episode, Mateo was like, can we get the full version of it? It turns out some saint understands this philosophy, and there was a version on YouTube, literally with the boring talking parts fast-forwarded, just to get to the scenarios. Just to get to the scenarios. Whoever you are, YouTube person, you understand it, and you made our day today. So we're getting into it. Matthew, we have, 3 different fake scenarios here. Four. Break them down for us. I think you're wrong. I think it's 3. All right, let's hear them. Let's hear them, superstar.
So we open in all different facets of the Kmart company. So we have in-store, we have at the factory, we have a corporate. So our first one is in the corporate business meeting with...
Funny you just listed 3 places.
I was giving you a sampling
Okay.
of the places.
Okay, let's hear it.
We open with Greg, who's got cross eyes for Deborah.
Just a close-up of Greg makes you feel like you've been assaulted.
For the only woman in the scene.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
There aren't many in the corporate world.
No.
Yes.
Their own fault.
Yeah.
So he's making eyes at her across the table. Or he thinks it's her. He can't really tell. He can't really see straight. And he's saying that he's...
Greg was making eyes at me. He was having a seizure, Diane.
I like that.
She's giving him a little too much praise on the deal he struck.
Yeah, and honestly, what is she doing with saying extremely impressed? You know...
She's saying she likes his aggression, how they're really buying for the business.
You can't be saying that to a man.
She's putting the signals out there, and she's kind of opening up herself to get SA'd.
Yes, I am quite impressed. Your company has really gotten aggressive about wanting our business. I like that.
So, we have that as our first scenario. Then we move on to...
The cashier who is...
No.
Yes.
Oh, forgive me. I forgot about... Okay.
That was the cashier.
Cashier.
With
Cashier.
a pushy...
with a pushy, frequent customer who's...
Some might say suave.
Hey, what's happening, baby?
Hello? Is there something I can help you with?
Can you help me? You have no idea.
Trying to... well, look at the way he's laying on that.
Yeah, right? He's got the arm
keypad.
dangling casually.
If I do that, I hit the conveyor belt and I just get sucked into the...
So we talked about when you're doing this and your tongue's out, you just kind of slip and your teeth... cut the tongue off.
Then our third one is in the warehouse, where a bunch of boys are going through the new Kmart bra catalog.
That's the best one.
And they call over another team member. employee to check out this section.
Hey, Joey, new Kmart catalog drop. Check out the bra section. You know what goes in them things? Well, they're not just a picture of the bra. It's the stuff that gets put into it.
But we're worried that he's maybe not into it as much as they are.
We're just checking out the latest swimsuit edition. Thought you might want to take a peek.
No, thank you. Oh, I almost forgot. Paulie doesn't like girls. He likes boys.
Yeah.
Well, lastly,
one of them actually says it openly.
And lastly, we meet Walt, a kindly old grandpa who's probably been working at Kmart since he was a teenager, just greeting his friends at work.
Yes.
In the morning.
Younger friend.
Yeah.
Younger female friends. Oh, yes.
Up, scent check, please. There it is. Fresh as the morning dew. Walt's coming through. Watch for the fingers.
So those are our...
Does he have to do the sound effects? Can he at least do it without the sound effects?
4 scenarios.
All right, fine.
It's just not right.
So, guys, I'm telling you, we've been watching training videos a long time. We're often disappointed. This is kind of like when we were watching Sharksploitation and we're disappointed we tried to make something happen, except someone else did it for us. Someone else made the bad CGI sharks response to these with this Kmart video.
Listen, you can't compare bad CGI sharks to everything.
I will, and I will continue to do so in my life. It is the one raft I cling to.
You know?
Now, what's great about it, you know what, the acting is not necessarily terrible, it's just beautifully turned
not
up.
necessarily good.
But it's just beautifully turned up.
Watch this. Hey, Paul. Hey, pretty boy, come here.
What?
I'm thinking of, like, okay, the warehouse scenario to me is as good as it gets, because we have the, you know, the good old boys. They're almost acting like it's a Bruce McCullough skit with the, like, it's a caricature of manhood, and it doesn't look like a swimsuit issue. I'm not seeing any bikinis in there. I don't know if you see
I can barely tell what they're looking at.
Yeah.
It looks like blobs on the page.
Refrigerators.
You know, someone over here doesn't like women, I don't think. Why are you guys looking at a Playgirl?
What do you mean?
Well, maybe we should go through segment by segment.
Yeah, okay, let's do that. Because
All right, so let's like we said, Greg,
corporate office. Yeah.
Starting out in corporate.
A vendor. So has a meeting with the corporate heads of Kmart. Our lady says that she's...
Yes, I am quite impressed. Your company has really gotten aggressive about wanting our business. I like that.
And it's just very...
It is funny. That's a very interesting way to say, like, wow, you're being really aggressive with wanting our business. I
She
like
likes
that.
it, yeah.
Slut.
So as the two other colleagues are getting up to go, Greg says, "Hey, can we stop and chat for a second?" And that's when he kind of really leans in.
You're impressed by my proposal. You should see that girth. My wife says it's like a Campbell's soup can.
He says it's a great deal, and he said he can get her an even better deal, possibly just one for the two of them.
I think we should start talking about putting a plan together just for the two of us, if you know what I mean.
But then it turns out, once pressed, he just meant that he had a coupon for 2-for-1 advertised at Applebee's, and she felt like an a-hole.
She should have taken him up on it.
Yeah.
He's going to get chicken fingers and mozzarella sticks. You're over here thinking about sticking 3 fingers deep. So she goes to her coworkers, and they say, "Man."
So wait, but the video is broken down into segments of here's a bad scenario, and then here's a resolution, or here's a possible way to work it out to take action. And then we get told
there
at
is the resolution.
the end. We don't even get to see it.
Yeah.
Which I guess would be kind of hard to show because it's a long process of dealing with paperwork and filing.
Here's an in real time scene of the paperwork happening. Hey, it's like friggin' the lift all over again.
In a lift, you have a mechanical section and an electronic section. Now, the electronic section guides the lifts and sees that they don't all stop at one floor at the same time. It also controls the doors.
That's pretty much what it does.
And
anyone got those elevator schematics? Close up.
And honestly, most of it's like, oh, a complaint was lodged. They wrote a little synopsis about it. They got a verbal warning, and that was it.
You may be wondering what happened in each of our situations. All were reported to members of management and were investigated thoroughly.
That's probably all that's going to ever happen. Yeah. So our second segment with the corporate lady. She goes to
the second segment of the
She
first.
goes back to her two colleagues who are at the table and says that Greg was getting a little too
hard,
persuasive. at the end of their meeting.
His pants look like the Barman Bailey tent.
And they said,
You need to report this.
Yeah, right. And lose the deal?
Forget the deal. The guy's out of line, and we don't need to do business with people like that.
they will lose this $1 million deal.
Yes,
I'm sure
as it would happen.
Yeah, as their
real.
execs above them would be like, "Oh, he did what to her? He said what? Pull out that deal right now."
It's literally in the vein of in the Degrassi episode where Marco gets a gay bash, and then like, did you guys get? We're gonna find the creeps that did this. Just like, you know what? That gentleman seems a tad unsavory. We don't need to associate with business like that. End of story.
Yeah, right.
That's actually heartwarming. See, this is what I mean. When you guys say these are where nothing, more of the infomercials where nothing could go wrong, would imagine.
A lot goes wrong.
Don't worry about the money, Diane. What's more important is you feel safe as a woman. Imagine that world.
Can I take you out tonight? Are you okay?
Can I complain to a man without him trying to seduce me? No.
I like that.
MaJaMa.
You got any plans after work? How about you and me having a couple of drinks over at the Rendezvous Club?
Look, if you have something to purchase, I'll be happy to ring it up for you. Otherwise, I've told you, I'm not interested.
So, scene number 2.
Scene number 2 is
the
Brad.
cash register and I don't know the name. I don't remember.
Tamitha.
Leave me alone.
Tamitha.
Tamitha's getting hit on by a regular. He's being really she's blatantly laying it out, no, I'm not interested. I told you no, I don't want to go out with you. No, thank you, please leave me alone. You're this and that, and he's just and then she kind of offers at the end hey, if you're not gonna buy anything, you gotta go.
I'll take this bag of chips. And I'll see you later.
I'll help you out, but we gotta purchase something. So he buys a bag of Fritos for $1, and literally just throws the dollar bill at her.
Yeah.
Not a kind of tax.
And says, yes, I'll see you later or something like that.
It would have been so flawless comedic time. It's throws, I'll see you later. This isn't enough.
Go, don't come back. Yeah. He pops out a switchblade. I'll see you later underneath your car in the parking lot.
Yes.
So as he walks off,
I'm going to go outside and steal catalytic converters.
Her supervisor comes by and asks if she's okay.
I keep telling him I'm not interested, but he just keeps coming back. I'm starting to get a little nervous.
And then the supervisor goes talking to her supervisor.
Yeah.
And say, I don't know how to handle the situation. And the guy says, me neither. And it ends there. Yeah.
Well, tough for her.
Yeah.
Just tell her to say yes. Easy
no,
done. He says next time.
Now, something like this happens again. Have her turn the light on to signal you or one of the other supervisors. Send her on break and have me paged. Okay?
Say you have to pee really bad.
Whatever it is, don't come to me. I'll be dropping a deuce in the employee bathroom. Take about a solid 45. Not going to want to go in there after.
Plus, it's always very funny to imagine he's going to be available working that day when he comes in again, and will drop everything to go on the register.
Yeah.
Because just from working retail, your managers and your bosses are never, ever, ever around when the real shit goes down that you got to deal with.
Yes.
Like when slick guys are trying to ask for dates.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for bringing it to my attention.
He seems at least to respond in a warm way, though, and he looks like
the guy hitting at her?
No, the manager. Also, it's crazy seeing the old school Kmart name tags just rocket you back.
Also, I'm seeing the Kmart cafe in the background. The supervisor's talking to her on the register.
That guy should have cut out the middleman and be like, Kmart cafe is right there.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know what time you're off, but you told me you can't walk 2 steps.
I'm gonna sit
I'll be right there. Eye contact on you the entire shift. Eating a piece of pizza without breaking my eye contact on you.
And I'll see you later.
So we don't really know if anything would happen.
They say that the guy doesn't show up anymore.
Tanya alerted her supervisor the very next time the customer appeared in her checkout lane. Management spoke to him, and shortly thereafter, the customer stopped visiting the store when Tanya was working.
All right, we got
to said, I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was making you feel that way. I'll respect your boundaries from now on, and never came back again.
We're told that.
I got other Kmarts I can go to and harass people, sweetheart. You're not the only clerk. I do this all day. Just driving around town, flicking dollar bills at people for Frito. I didn't even take the Frito Lays.
Yeah.
What a babe. They're all mighty fine. Wouldn't mind taking her home tonight.
In your dreams, bud.
Now, number 3 is the creme de la creme.
Yeah?
The second half isn't as
Pretty
good, but I swear we're so close to it actually not being a parody when we make fun of it. Like, oh, I forgot, he doesn't like boys.
I almost forgot. Paulie doesn't like girls. He likes boys.
Hey, what do you like? You like little dudes like Tommy here? You like big boys like Billy? Because we've been fantasizing about what it's like to get plowed from behind, and you could be the one, Billy boy.
It's kind of weird, yeah. They're showing the pictures of presumably women. You can't really see because the grain is so bad.
Yeah. This is office furniture catalog. Look at that one, boys!
And then Paul walks in with his frosted
chest
tips.
of drawer.
And they're like, "Oh, hey, here's that cute Paulie."
Paulie also.
Yeah.
Hey, look. There's that cute little Paulie boy. He's real sweet, don't you think?
It's very homoerotic.
Yeah.
But
it sounds like we're setting up for a gang
honestly,
rape.
yes. But then there's also just the blatancy of, oh wait, he doesn't like girls. He likes boys. But they cut out the hand gesture, so you don't really see it.
He likes boys.
And I can't tell if he's going like this, but it's more like he's trying to hold up keys that ding over a baby's face.
At first, I thought that he was
what are you
holding
doing?
something.
You know what makes him happy? Jingle, 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 jingle. My infant son gets off on the same thing as his quick.
It's his fault for saying he's not interested, you know?
We're just checking out the latest swimsuit edition. Thought you might want to take a peek.
No, thank you.
Yeah, actually that's true. Just say like, I want to plow you, they'll go running. You know, the gay male panic will kick in.
I meant just look at the pictures of the women and be like, oh wow, she's hot.
Oh wow, those mammaries are slamming. I wouldn't mind having those things rubbing in my face, and that vagina, man, it must be so wet. They get wet, right? Yeah, man, I can't imagine just slipping and sloshing around on that thing, right, guys?
That was the other video.
While they're making love and being happy together, the woman feels her vagina becoming kind of slippery inside, so that the penis can easily slip in and out. No trouble.
Oh my God.
You're so uncomfortable.
We'll hopefully have that coming up for you guys, another sex ed. But for now, so the second half of that scenario is just kind of a meeting in the corporate room. But to me,
he is.
It's like locked in an interrogation.
Well, no, we'll make fun of that.
It's like a viewing room for like executions.
I'm just saying that I think. Paul, you okay? I'm just watching this guy get vaulted back here.
It's his manager, I guess, that stops by and is like clearly sees something's wrong with him and like really presses him to find out what's wrong.
What are you doing in here?
Nothing. I need to get back to work.
No, wait. What's going on? Is everything at home okay?
Everything at home is fine. It's here. I think I'm just gonna quit.
What are you talking about?
Yes.
Something wrong at home? Something wrong with your dog? Are you okay? Is it your shoes? Is it your outfit?
I know.
Is it me doing the?
I know if you frosted your tips, everything all right at home?
And he is pondering to quit.
Paul, I know you've been walking funny. Is your love life okay?
She said, no, we'll go to HR because...
We'll go to HR right now. I'm not going to lose a good employee because of a couple of jerks.
Yeah, because they have a quota to fill. She's a lesbian, he's a homosexual.
Yes.
One male, one female.
We can't lose our queers!
Well, so
corporate's ready breathing down my neck.
Right?
She what?
It should work. They're the opposite.
Yes.
Wonder queer powers activate!
And...
beat the homophobes!
And the resolution is that he gets...
Paul decided to stay with the company. He was promoted to supervisor. Jack, Steve, and Earl each received a notice of corrective action. If they engage in any similar behavior again, they may be terminated.
And they have to work under him. Literally.
Yes.
So you're going to have as many as 3 men underneath you.
Yes.
Say less.
Oh, what a great way to start the day, with 2 of the prettiest girls in the world.
Morning, Waltz.
How are my 2 best girls doing?
Fine, just fine.
Wonderful.
And then there is the fourth scenario that is the...
Old Walt.
Old Walt.
Oh, man. Old Walt's practically
Walt.
lurching in. Well, hello, ladies. Look at them little jiggly things.
He's so excited to see them in the morning.
Yes.
He got there extra early just for that.
You know, my granddaughter graduates kindergarten today, but if there's anything that can make this old man's day better, it'd be you 2 doing jumping jacks right now. Let's go to the trampoline section. Come on, follow old Walt. Put a little pep in your step, ladies. Walking like this. I think I could riff on the character of Walt for the next 35 minutes.
Yeah.
So, Walt comes up, and he says, "Damn girls, let's see those snail slime trails. They still there? Yup. Let me just make myself a Tennessee mustache. So Walt comes up. He's handsy, but at least on parts that are not, you know.
Immediately uses the bathroom after seeing them. In there for a good half
hour. Oh, it's off to the stall.
And even before seeing them, that's why the hands are all sticky.
How you doing? Walt, Jesus. Yep, it smells like the sea. Jesus Christ, Walt. So Walt comes prancing up, and he's excited to see these beautiful girls.
I think we got that part down.
And
we got it. So now he walks away, and the girl with Stacy is concerned because she doesn't like.
I cannot stand that guy.
Come on, he is just a harmless old man.
Well, I think he's a dirty old man. I don't like the way he's always touching, hugging me, calling me his best girl. It's just not right.
Give him a handy once in a while in the stall. He's happy.
Stacy wants to report it. Or she's not sure what to do. She feels bad. She doesn't want to hurt Walt's feelings. She doesn't want to get him in trouble. But she wants the assault to stop.
Yes.
And so her friend says, you know, we could go down there together.
Go down where?
On Walt. She says, I will go down there if you want.
No one wants to go down there.
And she says, you know, I have this Lubriderm we sell. When you put it out, it actually looks exactly like semen. It's kind of crazy. So if you want, I'll blast this all over your face. And then, what was his solution?
He gets a verbal.
So he got a verbal and written warning.
The overly friendly associate Walt received both a verbal and written warning regarding his behavior. He did not realize that his behavior was affecting others. With help from store management, Walt has been working hard to improve his behavior toward other associates.
All right, ladies. No more touching anymore. I'm still going in the bathroom when I see those shirts, though. My God, these Kmart shirts can't make a shirt that fit. I'm not complaining.
I got the restaurant, but I'm filming myself. So, and then I show it to you. And in the 90s, there were no cell phones yet. There.
Walt just put a lot of work into it.
Yeah.
He's got a camcorder. He's got the big shoulder camcorder turned around, trying to do a 1990s version of a selfie. Walt, why did you call us in here and use the break room TV? What is this VHS you say you have?
Imagine as an old man, just your arm is very weak, trying to hold that massive camera while actually trying to jack off at the same time too. And the whole thing is just shaking just from the weight of your arthritis on top of just trying to balance it on one hand. Especially in a stall too.
He dropped the camera 3 times. It's not even good production value.
So then just tell him to stop. I have. He doesn't get it.
All right, fine. Ladies, I'm sorry. We'll have someone follow Walt in to film him jacking off before he shows it to you.
Did you read our first complaint?
That's not the point. I don't like it.
Who do you think has the most satisfactory conclusion?
Walt.
Walked right into that one. Just like Walt in the women's changing room.
I mean, if it were true that a corporation would be like, oh, screw this guy, we're not going through with this deal because of the way he spoke to you, and we're going to not worry about the millions of dollars we're going to lose out on it. If that was true, then yeah, that'd be awesome. That's the best outcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well, Paul, Billy Boy, old limp wrist does get promoted to supervisor.
Prissy Boy Polly Pants? But wait, he gets promoted because he's gay?
Okay, you did promote me, but when you're doing it, you call me Prissy Boy Polly Pants. Stop doing that!
No, she said that he is a great employee when she's talking to him, that he is in that hyperbaric chamber. So I guess it's
like an observation room, like in a hospital where babies are
very
stacked.
strange, all blue or
like
bluish
gray, yeah.
Tint, yes.
Depressing. Smoking cigarettes.
If that is a break room, is extremely depressing as a
Dude, you didn't work. Remember the John's break room? The size of it.
I was not at your John's.
Like there to there, it was insane. It wasn't. It was just like a storage closet. You guys can go sit there.
Mr. Architect, here's the blueprint. It's there to there. Oh yeah, great.
You got any measurements? I don't know. It's like here to here.
Guaranteed.
MaJaMa.
Another way to understand these important concepts is through a series of examples. Take a look at the following situations. See if you can tell what behavior is considered inappropriate.
So we do get a lot of context in between by our announcer.
Yes.
Whose audio drops out to have like the booming voice of God.
Which we thought was a problem with the first one, but apparently whatever tape they're using is just like, you fired
Yes.
problem.
If you witness an incident of harassment or discrimination, report it. If you are involved in an incident of harassment or discrimination, report it. That's how you see what action the associates have decided to take.
And he's always keeping the hands like this, except for at the end that he has his right arm died.
Yeah.
It's just like he's just like gesticulating with the left one.
We just gotta see who is the kind saint that said, I'm gonna upload this, but literally fast forward those parts, man. You're the real MVP.
Trimming all the fat.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This was revelatory, no joke. As far as under the idiotic umbrella of harvesting and fetishizing old training videos with fake scenarios, I'd say we did about as good as a man can do with this one. Thank you, Matt. How'd you find this?
I Googled training videos on YouTube.
Brilliant.
Okay. Well, all right, guys, it's time for our Scraps gimmick. This should be a good one. A favorite line. I think for me, it's going to be where the guy asks, what do you like, little itty-bitty boys like me?
So, Paulie, what kind of boys do you like? Little ones like Stevie here, or big boys like me and Earl?
It's a weird. I was thinking that one too, just because it's kind of weird. Like,
No, because he says he likes pretty. I mean, the tiny or something like that. The boys,
boys.
like him, who's just like out of nowhere, he
They're
gets
all
us
the
like
same.
insulted like that, or big boys like whatever, and me.
Who do you like, big boys like this with strong, hard muscles, sweating from working? Or do you like them lean, thin, muscular, just a flannel sop from how they... Whoa,
I myself can't decide.
I got lost for a second there, sorry. Yeah, that's definitely going to be it for me. Is
Dude's
the
got very tiny glasses.
in one of the boys?
Yeah, one of the boys.
I don't remember. What's your favorite line?
I'd probably say the same.
I think me too.
It's odd to lean into that.
It's that is a good line, and I also like the actor who plays the harasser in the first one, the one with the eyes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Good casting. Very.
Yes.
Yeah.
He looks like the type of man that he only has those type of sexual advances, and then he probably
Like a lizard alien creature pedophile.
Yeah.
We've got the meeting with the lizard alien creature pedophile today. Jennifer, you taking that
Again?
one? Oh God, come on!
He doesn't even understand our customs.
You don't think I'd offer that kind of plan for anybody, do you?
Well, guys, this was a treat for us. Hopefully for you. Hopefully you love it here in Training Video Land. Don't forget, we've also got Pizza Hut on this channel. We've got AMC on this channel. We've got what are the other one?
Hallmark
training videos on this channel. We got Big Boss Grill. You like this type of stuff.
Or training how to use a Big Boss Grill.
Scraps playlist. Go to this channel, Scraps playlist. I know some of you probably like this training video stuff. Scraps playlist got it all for you on here. But guys, from our paper-strewn couch to yours, don't go harassing them gays. And this,
Unless they ask for it.
Unless they ask for it.
They're probably into it, actually.
They're probably into it.
Guaranteed.
You would know. This has undeniably been... Wait, it's not this video. That was the other one.
So he slips his penis into her vagina, gives her the sperm, then she has the sperm. Then the penis slips out, and that's all.
A jam. This is Walt.
It is jamming it in there.
Yeah.
This has been Walt jamming. It's not even erect, Walt.
MaJaMa.
Thank you, Matt. How'd you find this?
I Google training videos on YouTube. I Google training videos on YouTube. I Google training videos on YouTube.
We at Kmart are spreading awareness about glue and its danger. So hear me out, glue is dangerous. Look at me, I've had my hands glued like this since Tuesday. There goes my career as a sax player. What could I do with the hands like this? I could simulate two octopuses with rigid tentacles trying to have sex, but that's pretty much it. But don't take my word for it. Look at this dramatic example.
Sorry, my hand seems to be stuck to your face.
Walt, this is the 5th time today.
Also, last year, a Kmart employee was hit and killed by a truck driven by a man who, you guessed, had used glue 6 months prior. So, glue kills. But, to show you I'm not entirely socially awkward, now I'll tell you a hilarious joke. During this training video, not only my hands are glued, but I'm also being taped. We have a training video on humor, but I've yet to take that course.